I can't believe you fired Sal.
Of course I did, you conniving banshee. I can't have my food prepared by a 10-stone cockroach.
Ah! We're closed.
You better tell them that.
Who knows what horrible truths lurk behind the tinted windows of our neighbors' souls? Our intrepid heroes certainly don't. They're just relieved to find a safe harbor from the half-naked horde that has pursued them since their stirring defeat of the mad pharaoh Samulacra. But soon, you and the freelance police will be forced to throw open the creaking shutters and clumsily draw back the moldy curtains to reveal the awful secrets that lie beyond the Alley of the Dolls.
So, after I put Max's brain back in his body, we were suddenly beset by scads of brain-dead Samulacra.
I prefer Dogglegangers.
We thought all they wanted was that spooky toy box, but after they yanked it away, they turned their attention on us.
Actually, I think they were mostly interested in me.
No.
We ran for the DeSoto, but it had been surrounded by a gang of me's.
So naturally you came here.
Better to stock up on canned foods and ammo for the upcoming zombie Sam Armageddon.
I don't think they're zombies, Max.
Zombies, clones, robots, who cares? Just as long as I get to shoot. Yikes!
Looks like it's time to boil the haggis.
Tell me you've got a way out of here, Sam.
Hello everyone! Welcome back for more Let's Play Sam and Max in the
Soup's
Devil's
on!
Playhouse. Soup's on indeed, and I think Stinky has the appropriate reaction to all this. I'll let you figure out which one I mean. But for now,
Did you see the way that one fell? Hilarious!
Max is getting way too much enjoyment out of shooting Sam over and over. But enough of that. So now we are trapped in Stinky's diner because the zombie Sam apocalypse. Yeah. Par for the course around here. So let's see what Max actually has to say about the whole thing, yeah?
Max,
No time for clue-laden banter now, Sam. If we're gonna get out of this alive, I've got no choice but to repeatedly blow your brains out with bullets!
But not with mine bullets.
did my arms really jiggle like that?
Nah, your arms have a charming water balloon look. These guys are strictly turkey waddle territory.
You say anything else?
He looks busy. I'll talk to him after the ordeal.
No. But Stinky's right here.
Stinky!
Oh good, it's the Harbinger of Doom.
I'm sorry I broke your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend.
You know, General Skunkape. You two seemed to be getting along pretty well before Max and I kicked him into the penal zone.
Skunkape? He's not my boyfriend. I mean, just look at him.
Definitely having issues there, isn't he?
What do you think the deal is with all these dangerously handsome Samulacra?
Dogglegangers.
I'd guess clones.
Really?
Or maybe parallel universe commandos, or pastry golems, or maybe I don't really care since it's not really my job to figure this kind of thing out.
You know, she kind of has a point there.
I see that you and Grandpa Stinky have reached the plate-throwing phase of your relationship.
Oh, that? That was nothing. Grandpa just fired my chef, without consulting me first. I was slightly annoyed.
It wouldn't be.
But you know what they say, there's nothing like being attacked by an army of portly abominations to give you a sense of perspective.
Do people really say that?
They do now.
Why did Grandpa fire Sal anyway?
That's a private matter between me and Grandpa, for the moment.
Nice look there.
I got a wacky idea. Why don't you help us fight off the Sams?
Your personality alone could probably take out a dozen of them in one blow.
For your information, I'm trying to text the authorities for some help.
Right. Any luck texting the authorities?
None yet, but I'll be sure to let you know if I make a breakthrough.
You do that.
Yeah, well, you're worthless for now.
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck with that.
Yeah, and I've tried a few video thingies here to try to drive up the frame rate. So far, it looks like it's working for me. I don't know how well, but let's talk to the broken one here.
Never should have come. Never should have.
Hey, Donkey Wrong. Want to pitch in and help us repel the hordes?
No. What happened to General Skunkape?
Sam happened.
According to Max, I beat the bananas out of him in an alternate reality, which has left him a humiliated husk of a man. Or ape.
Don't hurt me.
Of course, being chased by hundreds of half-dressed versions of the new alpha male in town can't be helping either.
That might be a problem.
Skunkape?
Queen?
Please tell that broken monkey that I'm no one's queen.
No one's queen. Yes. No.
Oh, Uberbird!
Anything else?
Skunkape.
No.
Well, he's useless.
So was Benang. And how did you happen to keep a cup? How did you manage to keep some of that?
You know, for
Really?
a horrific siege, I find my...
Skunkape?
Queen?
Please tell
And
that
he's repeating
No one's
himself.
queen.
Oh, Uberbird!
Yeah. Okay. We can grab a treat from the freezer.
Hey, Skunkape. Any chance of you moving out of the way so I can open that freezer?
No, apparently not.
God, what a negative Nelly!
Yeah, we don't need to treat that badly anyway. But since we can walk around back here,
Come on.
This probably isn't the best time to make some toast. But what the hey?
clicking on random
Yikes.
items gets us
Guess I won't
a
be making any
zombie or
toast for a
clone
while.
or whatever arm.
I remember when I was a
Walking us.
toaster.
I do too. That was a rather repetitive little puzzle. Yeah, like peanut butter balls.
Hey, Skunkape. Any chance of you moving out of the way so I can open that freezer?
You don't need the freezer. I clicked on the peanut butter balls.
Individually wrapped balls of peanut butter?
Aye. Ever since Mrs. Dolagi went up like a pufferfish, my namby-pamby malpractice attorneys have forced me to dole out my peanut butter in strictly controlled portions.
I didn't even know diners could have malpractice attorneys.
Neither did I. But we have a peanut butter ball. Interesting. And one more person to talk to. Is that just... Yeah, that's just the arm. One more person left to talk to in here.
No more.
Grandpa Stinky?
Do you mind? You're spoiling my aim.
Spoiling his aim at Samulacra.
Need any help?
Nah, I've been dreaming about this day for years. Oh, right in the moosh.
Uh-huh.
We couldn't help but notice that girl Stinky started flinging plates at your head.
What did she think I was going to do when I discovered that she'd hired a giant cockroach to run my beautiful kitchen?
Well, your tolerance for cockroaches is well known, so I'm sure she probably thought,
Tiny cockroaches as customers, not 6.5-foot tall monstrosities lumbering about my kitchen, dipping their mandibles in the mayonnaise and spreading their disease on my crudités.
Crudités? Where? And what are those?
Mark my words, kin or no kin, that woman's up to no good.
Well, she's not really a blood relative, so you never know.
what do you think this unprecedented wave of me is all about?
Who cares? I haven't had this much fun in years.
Okay, so you're no help.
I'll just get back to finding a way out of this mess.
Take your time. I'm having a ball.
Well, now that we've talked to everybody, let's see if Max is up to, helping out here. Can we call for help?
Even if I did have any of the obscure currency used by Grandpa Stinky's phone, the lines are all jammed by panicked citizens.
Ah, well. We obviously can't leave. Not through the door, anyway.
Yeah.
We haven't looked at
It's
the
amazing
aquarium.
how animals always know to flee before a catastrophe.
Well, they fled all right. Right into Stinky's Good Friday gumbo.
Well, that's something.
He looks busy. I'll talk to him after the ordeal.
Okay, so obviously we can't do anything really, but we can switch to Max. And let's see what Max has available to him. We teleport. I don't think there's anywhere we can go. Yeah, we can go to the diner or the cell phone. Either are helpful. We could turn into pictures of things, but we don't really have any pictures to actually turn into that are all that useful. But we do have one that will actually be funny.
This'll keep me warm until we get our real car back.
So let's do this real quick, shall we?
Check it out, Sam. The Dogglegangers may have stolen our wheels, but we'll make our escape in DeSoto 2 Diesel Boogaloo.
Isn't cute?
Well, this is underwhelming.
Toy car, toy car, toy car. Max, they think you're a toy. Change back.
Guess we won't be driving out in that.
Unless we get a bunch of fezzes and join the Shriners.
Yeah, so, while funny, not particularly helpful. So let's take a look around. Well, let's make sure there's nothing else we can turn into here. Nope, nothing at all. I took off there, sorry. So let's take a look at everyone's future, shall we?
No more Sams. No more Sams.
And that's completely useless.
You heard me. Mr. S is...
Again,
Sometimes I wish your future visions were a little more expansive, Max.
again useless. Okay, no help there.
Ooh, I've got to go try this puppy out on some doggies.
At some point, he gets a knife. Not really all that helpful. Oh well.
Ha! Won't try that again, will ye?
Well, there's one thing we haven't clicked on, and that's because if I had clicked on it, it would have sped up a process I wasn't ready for yet. The only thing left in here really to look at is the radio.
Hey, good idea. Maybe we can turn this horrific siege into some sort of half-assed rhythm-based minigame.
Oh, please don't.
Half-naked, portly dog-like creatures are running amok. Details at this time remain sketchy, but we have numerous reports that the Zoftig canines are breaking into people's houses and stealing their children's toys. Well, that'll put some kids in therapy, right, Chet?
No!
Whoa, ease off, big fella. I'm pretty upset about the Zaftig crack too, but that's no reason to go ape.
Smooth, Sam.
This infernal city stripped me of my power and my dignity, but I'll be a Polarian babooch before I let them have the last of my toys!
Hey, the monkey's gonna do a card trick.
I don't think so, Max. Those look like the mind-reading cards we saw in that chilling vision of the future that never happened.
Oh, yeah. Gimme.
Give them to you? Hardly. With these cards, I will escape this gorilla-forsaken rock, blast it from orbit, and then move on. Conquer the rest of the entire galaxy.
Toys, toys, toys.
No!
Wow, that was horrible. Maybe we should have done something.
Ah, he'll be okay. Now let's start reading some minds so we can get out of this mess.
I still love the sparking ears thing that happens right before he actually floats in the air. I love that, like his ears are antenna and all that. So anyway, we have gotten the mind-reading cards. Now, soup's on, huh? Very interesting. Anyway, it's time to call this a video. What with those mind-reading cards obtained from General
Anyone got some
Skunkape.
darts? I want to try something.
That's mildly terrifying, really. But anyway, I will see you guys next time when we put those mind-reading cards to good use. So until then, take care, folks. See you later.